season of Entrepreneur Insider. I'm your host and founder of the Black Entrepreneurs Network, Tia Robertson. As you know, Entrepreneur Insider is the show that highlights amazing entrepreneurs of color from across our nation and around the globe. These are entrepreneurs that you should know about, support, and share. Today, I'm super excited to introduce you to a trio of dynamic women. They are doing amazing things in the world of beauty, skincare, and healthcare that are all designed to allow their users and their customers to care and love and enhance their own personal selves. So with no further ado, please stay tuned and enjoy this interview with the founders of 3 Crown Naturals. All right. Hello, everyone. I'm super excited to introduce you to our entrepreneur feature of this week, the owners of 3 Crown Naturals. 3 Crown Naturals is a company that handcrafts personal whole body bath and body care essentials. Their products are made with natural ingredients that magnify and enhance the royalty properties within each of us. Welcome, ladies. Welcome to Entrepreneur Insider. How are you?
We're well. Thank you.
Thank you.
Wonderful. Thank you.
Great. If you all would like to take a moment to introduce each, to introduce yourselves individually and let us know what you do within the company, that would be great.
Okay, I'm Cherie Avent. Within the company, I help these two.
That's an important job.
So, I'm just one of the co-owners. We don't have any specific duties right now. We all just work together and do everything together. But if we had anyone that had a special position, it would be this one.
She's nudging me. So I'm Tamasha Adams. I guess that if I had to say that I have something that I do, I make the soap. My house is kind of the lab, as Charisse calls it. So my house is where the soap is made, the butter is made, the oil is made, and where we kind of create everything.
Okay, perfect.
I'm Charisse Cardwell, and I would probably have to say that my role is a little bit of everything, probably a little bit more on the creative side. So I'm the one that's like, let's do this. So have we thought about this? So yeah.
Perfect. Well, I'm sure you all make a perfect team. So welcome, and it's nice to meet all of you. So tell me, from all of your backgrounds in the roles that you play in the company, why did you start 3 Crown Naturals? Was it something that you all had a passion about? Did you formulate a secret recipe? Or did you see a need? Why did you all start your company?
I think I'm going to answer that one.
Okay.
To be honest, for years, this one, Cherie, had been throwing out the idea of us starting a business. And she was like, we should start a business together. We should start a business. And of course, Tim and I are just like, yeah. Or yeah, And so eventually that went on for years. Okay. So that went on for years. And then I would have to say last year, we were, sitting around having a conversation, and it was me this time who's like, we should start a business together.
And I was like, finally.
Better late than never.
And so, since it was me this time who's like, we should start a business. And so Tim was like, okay. And then I was like, well, it has to be something that we're all really passionate about. It can't just be anything. And at that point in our lives, we had begun to make the shift in our, personally amongst ourselves towards more holistic, natural, body care and skincare products. We were seeking that, and we were like, maybe this is the answer for us. And so we all had been doing our own little thing in our own corner. And I just had kind of like an epiphany, like, well, maybe this is the area that we should pursue. And so we just kind of all came to an agreement. And it was actually right here in this living room that 3 Crown was born.
Perfect. Okay. Now, tell me a little bit about 3Con. Like, I know I did a general overall introduction, but who's your target market? What type of products do you offer? What makes you different in your competition?
So what type of products do we offer? I'll start there. So we offer oils, body oils. We will be launching a new foot oil soon. We also create body butter, and we create soaps and lip balms. The soaps are handcrafted and handmade by Tomation. So is the body butter. We make it, but the products that we use are all natural. We use shea butter, mango butter, cocoa butter, and different oils and essential oils. What was the next question? Our target audience.
Your target audience, yeah.
Our target audience, I would have to say, would be anybody who's looking for a more holistic, natural way to
nourish and
care for their skin. We come across a lot of people who have skin issues. So either they have really dry skin, or they have eczema, or they have some kind of skin condition, or they're just people who have not had a lot of success with commercial products in the past. And so they're looking for something that'll help them stay hydrated and nourished, like all day long. And that was kind of the case for us as to why we kind of got started. I know for myself personally, over the counter, drugstore, pharmacy brands, I would put them on at the beginning of the day, and probably like midday, I needed to reapply. I would look really ashy. And so that was kind of my impetus to kind of like start creating my own products, because I was not staying hydrated. My skin was not staying hydrated or moisturized throughout the day. And so I was looking for something that would give me that.
Okay. And I definitely applaud you all for doing that, because I can tell you, just like you said, like we all grew up using Vaseline, which is not good for your skin, right?
Yeah.
But it does have those properties to stay on. But even making your own products with shea butter is not easy. So I applaud you definitely for the products that you have created. So is that the only thing that sets you apart from your competition, that you have these moisturizing products that do last all day and provide a lot of helpful benefits? Or is there something else?
I think our products being created by ourselves with care, with love. It also has a higher quality products that actually really nourish your skin. So this is for someone who's just not looking for something natural, but something natural that's of high value. It's not just something just thrown together. Care is put into it. What we select to put into it, the essential oils. We are here actually playing and trying different things. It's not a product that we just throw together quickly and want to put out. We test it and over test it on ourselves. And if it's something that doesn't work for us, work for our family, work for our friends, it's not anything that we're going to put out. So it's a product that's of value. If you're looking for something that's of value, that's care is put into it, that this is the product that you want. Something that's going to treat yourself where you're treating yourself like royalty.
Love it.
I'm gonna
like
add
queens and princesses.
Yes. We're really big. 3Con is really big on self-care. So we put a lot of energy, and I don't want to sound wooey, but we do. You're laughing at me because I'm always wooey. But we do put a lot of energy and a lot of thought and emphasis into what is going to be self-care. Like, we want people who buy our products to be engaged actively in self-care. So it's not just slathering yourself in these amazing products and using our soap and, having an amazing experience in the shower or the bath. It's really about taking care of yourself and making sure that you're not just your skin is being nourished, but yourself as a person, the whole person. So we're really big on energy and making sure that what we put into our products it is the energy of self-care and replenishment and beauty and love. Like, we want you to take care of yourself. We want you, when you use our products, to feel like you're taking care of yourself.
Are your products geared for men, women, both?
Both. We have scents for men and women. Mostly women, I have to say. We have one men's scent, the Bay Rum scent, but we are launching soon our sandalwood vanilla scent for men. Fragrance free is for anybody. So we are trying to gear our products towards both men and women. We are both men and women.
Okay. And how about children? Are children, I mean, they should be okay to use it, right?
Definitely, yes, absolutely.
Okay. Perfect. And how do you currently market your products? Do you all go to things like flea markets? Are you totally online? How do you get the word out about your products, or how can people order your products?
We're totally online right now at 3crownnaturals.com. We're on Facebook and Instagram. We started off going to vending shows. Unfortunately, COVID kind of put a halt on a lot of that. So because we started and we were going to some shows, and then things started being shut down. So it kind of just put a halt on all of that. Now that things are opening back up, we definitely will be going to more vending opportunities. But right now we're all online at 3crownnaturals.com, Instagram, 3 Crown Naturals, Facebook, 3 Crown Naturals.
Word of mouth. A lot of our customers, word of mouth as well.
Okay. And we'll definitely make sure that when this video is shared live, we share your social media, your Instagram and your Facebook usernames down below. For people that might have questions for you about either what's in the product, or maybe they're interested in becoming a brand ambassador, or even learning how to start a business developing products of their own, are you all open to those types of opportunities and questions?
Absolutely. Anybody who's interested in, getting in touch with us about those kinds of things can always hit us up via email, or at 3crownnaturals@gmail.com, or they can reach out to us on any of our social media platforms.
Okay, perfect. And excuse me, have you, and if this is a question that's on the spot, like, you can hopefully not putting you on the spot, but have you all explored other, or do you have in your plan to explore other either social media platforms or other marketing strategies outside of in-person opportunities? Things such as, using brand ambassadors or partnering with other companies? Or is that something you currently do? If it's something you currently do, you can let me know that as well.
So yes, we're always looking to make connections with individuals to be able to offer our products on a wholesale basis, partner with individuals or organizations or businesses that does like gift bags or parties and have any type of bags. We would love to be able to put our product in their bag and marketing on that way. So yes, we are looking to branch out in different streams. So if anyone has an idea, I would like to use your product, they should definitely email us or reach out to us on our Facebook and Instagram page.
Okay, perfect. And do you all have any upcoming events or promotions, product promotions that you like to share now?
We are currently offering our soaps on a promotion. They're 50% off. That's on the website. They can go onto the website and use soap 50 as a discount. And all of our soaps are 50% off. We are looking to book when it gets a little cooler out. One of, some of the issues when it comes down to having body butter is when it's hot out. We look at preserving our product. So we're looking at fall events. So that will be posted on our website. So individuals can go on our website and sign up for our newsletter. That way they can be kept informed of events that we're going to be at. And hear about the new products that we'll be launching. We will be launching new products this fall.
Yeah, we have a new scent that we'll be launching in the fall, a sunflower scent. We've kind of added some silk and other additives to our soaps and butter. And I've been playing around with milk soap. So sooner or later, we're going to launch some goat milk soap as well.
Okay. Those definitely sound exciting. So we'll definitely have to keep posted and look out for those as well as place some orders. All right. Yeah. So I'm going to spin a little bit and learn a little bit more about you as entrepreneurs, if that's okay.
Sure.
Do any of you work a traditional job as well as, you know, perform the roles of an entrepreneur?
Yes.
Well, yes, we do.
Would that be all three of you?
We all do. I mean, I'll start. Okay. We're interesting enough, we are all in the education field in one way or another. I work at a high school. I work in the finance office at a high school. I also coach cross country and track. So my day is full.
I was gonna say you have a full plate. Okay.
Definitely.
I also work in higher education at a university here in Maryland. And also I write children's books. So that's another side thing that I do. And these persons both besties, that's a full-time job.
Okay.
Oh boy. I am a full-time entrepreneur. I am the owner and clinical director of Accelerate Behavior International. We are an international behavior analysis practice. We serve children, adults, and adolescents with autism spectrum disorders. We provide ABA therapy. We also provide parent training and supervision all over the world. But we are based here in Maryland, and we serve Maryland, mostly Prince George's County and the surrounding counties, so like Montgomery, Howard, and even Charles County. But our priority focus is here in Prince George's County.
Okay, that's great to know. Yeah, you all have a full plate all around. Because I'm sure you all have families as well, to throw into that mix. So tell me, how do you balance working traditional, and I'm not that anyone has a traditional job anymore, right? Especially with COVID and working remote and different responsibilities, but how do you balance having a job with the full workload of being an entrepreneur? Do you feel like you're able to do it successfully? Do you feel like you sometimes, things kind of get the short end of the stick? Like I know as an entrepreneur, sometimes my kids probably get the short end of the stick, but what about you? How do you balance it all?
I'll start. So I have 3 kids. I am a single mother of 3 kids. My kids are older, so that helps me out a lot that I don't have the day-to-day with them. But working and balancing, it's a day-by-day for me thing. It's whatever comes first on my mind and what I need to take care of is what I take care of. It's a process. Every day, like I said, I take one day at a time. That's the way I do it.
Yeah, for me, honestly, during COVID, when we were home a lot more, I was doing a lot in the kitchen. So now that we are all back to work, like in the building, it's changed. So we just I have to manage my time better. I do more on the weekends instead of during the week than I used to. And it's just about managing my time better and kind of, I'm super organized. So I kind of have to just say, okay, well, on this day, I'm going to do this. And on this day, I'm going to do that. And I just have to kind of plan better, basically.
Totally understand.
I would say for me, how do I find time and balance? Again, it all comes back to self-care, because I have had a period in my life where other people were more important than myself, and to my detriment. I was taking care of everyone else except for me. And so coming out of that space, I have to be very careful about making sure that I make time for myself. So like I said, self-care is very important. So things like massage and taking care of my fitness and, you know, doing things that I'm passionate about. So, you know, for me, doing, you know, doing a yoga class, or I've discovered pole. So like putting on my stripper shoes and going to class, like for me, that's finding balance, because for myself personally, it's very easy for me to slip into work all the time. So I have to be very cognizant about making sure that I'm taking care of myself, making time to get in the bathtub and just soak and use my essential oils and put on my diffuser, and, you know, things that are all designed to help me take better care of myself and to focus attention on myself and not so much other people. So it's a process. We said it's a process, but I have to be very focused. Otherwise I get lost.
That definitely makes sense. So that actually all of you have led me into my next question, which is, you know, as entrepreneurs that have, you know, passed that hard first year of being in business, what advice would you give other entrepreneurs that are just starting out, whether it is, you know, finding time for self-care, or are there any tools, like Tamisha, if you mentioned you're really organized, are there any tools or processes that you all would recommend that people check out to help them with that balance, or to help them capture processes, or anything like that, things that you all had to learn the hard way that you'd recommend to help someone out?
I recommend individuals who are starting out, write stuff down. Write it down. We'd have meetings, and I think I'd remember and get home, and Tamisha's like, did you do this? Write stuff down. Get a planner, get a notebook, whatever you need. Use the notes section on your phone. Write stuff down.
That's great advice. All right, would y'all add anything else?
And cue to
pretty much captured.
And cue to me.
I mean, writing down is part of being organized, as far as I'm concerned. You know, kind of having a plan is important. You know, we all realize, like I said, when we all started going back to work, that all the things that we were doing before we weren't doing it with the speed that we used to. Yeah. So I would say be patient. This is not, I don't think that being an entrepreneur and having your own business is an overnight thing. You know, you have to stick with it if it's something that you're really passionate about. Reach out to others who are successful or not successful, and just kind of get some ideas from other people who are entrepreneurs, and just kind of stick with it. You have to kind of be persistent and stick with it. We know that we have our moments when all of us are just so busy that we're not doing everything that we planned to do or we wanted to do that week, but we just have to get back to it and just stay on it.
Definitely
okay. Do that. Yeah, basically.
Don't give up.
Yeah.
If what you want to do, just keep at it.
Definitely. That is great advice. So you all seem to have an amazing partnership that works, but we all know in reality, sometimes there are some positives and some negatives in working in a partnership. Would you like to share any tips, tricks, lessons learned that you all, you know, deal with on a day-to-day basis to make your working relationship work?
Drink a lot.
Right? You know, it's been a long time that we've been friends, and that we know each other, I would say, pretty well. So
we ignore a lot. A whole lot.
We ignore a lot. You know, there's times that it's just me and Sharice talking, and we'll be like, well, where is Sharice? You know, and she might be somewhere. Then there's times when me and her talking, and we'll be like, well, where's Sharice? And she's some, you know, so it just is what it is. I think that, you know, kind of knowing each other's strengths and weaknesses is important. Believe it or not, I'm not the talker of the group. You know what I mean? I'm the quiet one. I'm the organized one. I'm the more behind the scenes one. You know, I make the soap because I'm a science, math, nerdy kind of person. So that's why, you know, that's my area. You know what I mean? So we know each other's strengths and weaknesses, I think.
Okay. Definitely. And I think that's important, right? Because you all kind of know when to kind of fill in the gaps and things of that nature as well. So definitely, it definitely comes across that you all complement each other very well. And sometimes the negative things, just to kind of ignore, right? So,
you have to
cool.
ignore, and you have to be aware of when you're the issue too.
Okay.
If you're working in a partnership, it's easier when you're working alone, but working alone doesn't give you the diverse feedback that you need. So you have to have someone to bounce ideas off of, whether you're in a partnership or not in a partnership. But you have to be able to listen to others and be able to take any type of negative or positive feedback and just listen. Be open. You have to be open because your way is not always the right way. So there's things that I want to do and she'll shoot there and be like, no, we're not doing that. And I'd be like, okay, fine. Or things that Tamisha tell me, be like, no, we're not doing it this way, but we can do it this way. Did you think that through? And I have to step back and be like, I hate them, but I do love them. And okay, we can get it going. So,
and she really does say, I hate
But
and see, but communication is key. At least she's telling you what's on her mind, right? So, all right, ladies. So one last question before we end this week's feature. Where do you see 3 Crown Naturals a year from now, 5 years from now, and then far into the future?
I see 3 Crown Naturals being in everyone's household, in everyone's bathroom, far into the future. That's our goal a year from now.
A year from now, I'd like to see us very booked and busy, getting out there, making more people aware of our brand and what our products are. So, right now we're doing soaps, body butters, and oils. Like I said, we're going to be launching a foot oil, but we in the works, there's things like bath salts and just all kinds of things that are coming. So for us in the next year, I really see us being booked, busy, and in expansion. That's the word.
Oh, okay. Perfect. Well, before we end our interview, is there anything else you'd like to add that I may have missed asking you? Would you like to share about your business or products?
Just remember, go to 3crownnaturals.com and subscribe to our page, browse through our catalog, and purchase something.
Certainly. And I'm glad you mentioned that. So,
how you liked it. Let us know how your skin loved the product. We are so happy and excited to learn when people try our products, how they work for them. We get people that contact us all the time. Oh my gosh, my skin's so happy. Look at me, I'm glowing. And we're just like, So yeah, we would love to hear about how the products are working for you. So if anybody, gets some of our products, please let us know how they work for your skin.
Okay, definitely. And I definitely will encourage everyone to subscribe to your newsletter as well as leave feedback on your website and your social media pages. I'd like to thank you again so much, ladies, for this time that you spent allowing us to feature you and 3 Crown Naturals. Again, we will share all of your information down below in the show notes and encourage everyone to shop with you today and to share with other people to shop with you. So again, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
It was great to learn all about the 3 founders of 3 Crown Naturals, where their story came from, the lesson they've learned, and how they're making their partnership work. I encourage you to go shop right now and take advantage of their special promotions. Always, always, always take care of yourself, whether you're an entrepreneur or not. And don't forget to share them. All of their information will be posted down below in the show notes. Definitely encourage them, support them the same way you'd want us to support you. Now, if you'd like to be featured in an upcoming episode or sponsor an upcoming episode, you can reach me directly. My email is info@theblackentrepreneurssnetwork.com. And as always, or in case you're just watching this and weren't sure, this show is brought to you in partnership with Relationship Entertainment Television. Be sure to check them out in their full lineup of diverse, positive entertainment. Their website is www.re-tv.net. Don't forget to subscribe to their channel. Thank you so much for watching, and until next week, bye.